It's Eric with BC Bow Hunter. Today I am looking at my arrows for 2026 right now. I just did some speed, some weights and all that. So I have a half dozen here that are weight matched for my 3D shoots that I'm doing this year. They all weigh 441.5 grains. I have one lighter one and one slightly heavy one with by 0.5. 441.4, 441.6, and then the other four are 441.5. I am shooting a RIP TKO 250 spine. I went with the RIP TKOs, not the HLRs, because they are 0.2 of a grain per inch heavier, and I am shooting a PSE Sicario this year. So, and with building my arrows out, doing the arrow build calculators on Podium Archer and stuff with my theoretical arrow weights, I really wanted to get right at 450 with a 125 tip, so then I could go 25 grains lighter, 25 grains heavier with just the switch of a point or a broadhead. So then I could be at 425 light 400s or 475 heavy 400s for hunting and 3D shooting. So these are my definition of just an all-around arrow build that you can go shoot 3Ds and switch out your tip to a good broadhead and go hunting with. So these are cut at 26 inches, carbon. I'm running the factory IP5, AE IP5 that Victory sends all their arrows out with. We did some custom wraps here at Tai, and then I'm running the DCA Mini Saber. Just for flight characteristics, sound, they did really good in the Easton ballistic testing this year. And then with my hunting setup, I am running the Fletch L.I.T nock. So these are 10 grains heavier per nock than the IP5s. So the hunting arrow is coming in at 442, and then I'm running a Beast 125, just their standard Beast that they had. I'll probably be going to the cut on contact for next year, but I have a pack of these right now, so I'm going to run these through some animals first, hopefully, and we'll see how the year goes. And then for a fixed blade, I have the Magnus Stinger. I was able to drop a deer with one of these last year, and it did really well, great pass through, and the deer barely went anywhere. It went 30 yards and then collapsed. So with the extra bleeders on it, that one worked really well. So I've got my hunting arrows matched up as well. So there's like half a dozen that were slightly heavier and then half a dozen that were lighter. So the half a dozen that are slightly heavier without the lit nock, they were weighing in at 442, right around there. Then there's a couple oddballs in there as well. It's always good to go through and weigh all of your arrows just in case you are doing like that competition, to make sure that you're within like that grain, just for that shot consistency, so your impact points aren't changing too much. I did chrono these out of my Sicario today, just to see what the difference was in feet per second from the unlit nock to the lit nock. So the unlit nock is shooting out of my Sicario. It's currently at 27.5 inch draw length at 80 pounds. It's 79.8 on my draw scale. So the unlit one at 441.5 is shooting 312 feet per second. The lit nock is 10 plus 10 grains and a little bit, so it's 452 grains, and they are going 307 feet per second. So with the 10 grains, I'm losing 5 feet per second off of the launch. So keeping that into consideration, I've done my sight tape to my hunting arrows currently. I have been out bear hunting this spring already, so that's where my sight tape is. I've got a couple of 3D shoots coming up that I'm going to be going to, so I might have to do some adjustments with the unlit, I was doing some comparable shots out to 60 yards when I was initially doing my sight tapes, and my impact points were not noticeable that day. I did have some tailwinds, some headwinds to deal with. So currently I'm just running a number 2 tape on the UV slider 2, and that's at again, I'm just going to reiterate, it's a 27.5 inch draw setting on my PSE Sicario at 79.8 pounds. Okay, that's my arrows for 2026. I hope they do well, and we're going to go from there.